Thank you, Mr. Vickers. First of all, can I congratulate the member for Newcastle Underline for organising this debate. It's a very important topic, and I commend the research that he has done and put into his speech, illuminating us onto the scale of the problem. 34 million tonnes and 18% of waste being illegally disposed of, and £1 billion in costs, with a 55% increase since 2019, shows just what a very significant problem and challenge this is, and one that it's very important that we work collaboratively on to tackle. The Honourable Member for Newcastle Underline also showed the passion that his community has for dealing with waste and working collaboratively, and it's also been very good to hear praising of predecessor MPs from other parties, both from himself and the member for Stoke-on-Trent North, which again shows the value of working cross-party on this topic. Some key themes have emerged in this debate. We've heard about the environment and the nature impact of the problem, in particular the risk of lithium dumping in landfill sites and the consequent risk of fire. And indeed, not just a risk, fires of significant nature have been highlighted in a number of contexts. There's also the health impact on local residents affected by the facilities near residential areas, and the Honourable Member for Stoke-on-Trent South quite rightly highlighted the benefits and importance of having a healthy workforce in order for our economy to be able to grow and productivity to be improved. Various speakers have highlighted the economic impact of the problem, with issues in various constituencies of a lack of land available for development because previous waste facilities have not been cleared up, as well as the workforce productivity challenge that was mentioned. We've also heard the importance of cross-party and cross-agency working in order to tackle waste within Staffordshire and indeed nationally. Many agencies have been cited. Local authorities clearly have a role, as do the police, and we've also heard from a number of members of the importance of strengthening the Environment Agency's resources and powers and ability to enforce. Many businesses are affected, and within my own constituency in Oxfordshire, we have a landfill operator who has been causing similar problems to those discussed in terms of significant odours and not always being as transparent and proactive in their engagement and communication with local communities as we may wish. I think a key thing that I hope will come as a result of this debate is the importance also of tackling the root causes of the waste problem that we face. Our recycling rates within the United Kingdom remain lower than comparable European countries, although they have been improving. And the more that we can all do to help business and households to tackle those root causes will reduce the need for some of these waste facilities. I will.
Thank you, Mr. Vickers. He rightly talks about recycling rates in the United Kingdom. I noted in my remarks the Welsh example, and although we're very proud English MPs, it is important to note that Wales had the world's third highest rates of recycling, but too much alliteration there. And so we can see examples of where this works. There was talk before about 7-8 million bins. That's not what we're talking about. You can, through education, proper engagement, and support for local authorities, really make a headway, and the Welsh have shown that.
Yes, thank you for the Honourable Member's intervention. Yes, it's very good to hear of Welsh good practice in terms of reducing waste demands. And yes, and it is clearly important that we work to create an economy where we think of the whole life cycle of products and produce, and in the way that things are designed, thinking of how they were going to be able to be disposed of effectively and in an environmentally friendly manner. We've also heard of the impact of house prices by some of the waste facilities within Staffordshire and the impact that has on people's ability to move. the debate has been very helpful for highlighting some of those wider impacts and challenges. This is not just about fly tipping or about local nuisance. It has real consequences and impacts on people's lives. And I think we've also heard some very useful comments from this member for Stoke-on-Trent North about how some of the operators of these facilities can sometimes be inclined to misdirect the cause of these odours and try and blame them on other things such as sewage. And within my own constituency, I've seen that being done about agricultural fertiliser. And that is why it is so important that there is the engagement and listening with local residents, and that the Environment Agency has the resources to collate that data and intelligence so that the problems can be properly mapped and anticipated, so that interventions can be made. In conclusion, I think that today's debate has been very useful for highlighting problems of waste management within Staffordshire, but it has also highlighted how these themes are relevant across the country. And I look forward to hearing the Minister's thoughts and remarks on how the new government will attempt to tackle these problems. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr Vickers, and it is a pleasure to serve under your chairmanship. And can I thank the Honourable Member for Newcastle-under-Lyme for securing this vitally important debate.